Hello, everybody. How's we doing today? How's things going? Huh? Huh? Let's see what's going on here. Oh wow. Never seen that before. That's wild. Okay. I want to try to figure this out here. Capture. Oh, interesting. I can hear their stuff before. Okay. So that doesn't work, and that bums me out. What if we... Okay, now that works. Okay, so I just have to do this. I have to have it as... I have to have it here. And then... Does that look alright? That looks alright. I think that's right. Ah. That's behind me now. I think that that's okay, actually. I could put it over the chat. Because, like, honestly, I don't care if chat's visible there. Like, it looks a little clunky. It looks a little clunky with it being over chat. But then you can see the whole, everything going on up here. And now you can see this, and you can see this, and you can see all the things. Is that everything that's been in my inventory? Oh. Oh, so this is the stuff that's dropped, and theoretically, if I... Got it. Got it. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, so like RuneLight is doing things, right? And I've got a bunch of shit that I could do there. But this shows you kind of like what is going on. Before, this was a thing that I couldn't show you. Because when I did this, it made the window go all screwy. And then OBS is like, no, I'm just capturing this part, not this part over here. But then it made it like flicker weird. We're going to try this for now. We're going to see how this goes for us. We're going to see how that goes for us. We're going to do our thing. Okay. So, man, it's already been a fucking day. How are you guys doing? Can y'all hear me? I assume you can hear me, because it's not blinking. Great. My edit to my CSV file was completed. Fantastic. Alright. We doing some RuneScaping. We doing some... I need a fucking... This is my... I'm taking this as my fucking lunch. You know? You know how that goes? Can I see? Oh, are you an Iron Man? I was just looking to see... Neat. Neat, neat, neat. How do I want to do this? I think I want to unplug here. And then replug on this side. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. I intended to be here about 2 hours ago. Yeah. I intended to be here like right at 9 a.m. Woke up and the toilet's not flushing, so we're dealing with that. And Jen was amazing and like got all that shit like handled, and as far as calling plumbers and getting all that shit done. Work was being dumb with doing work things. Somebody that we like, one of the people that we contract with is not getting things done for us, and they were like, well, we've been really busy. Like, bitch, we pay you too. Why ain't you busy with my stuff? And yeah, it's just been a day. I'm also looking at equipment. I'm trying to figure out what I need to buy so that I can do the panel whiskey tasting discussion. Is that Bell? Is this Bell up there show me that there's cows to milk? I'm glad that this is a thing. I just don't know how much I actually like it. No, that's not the kind of time tracking that I need. Skill calculator? Again, not giving me what I need here. What I want is to figure out like I want a skill calculator for I want a skill calculator for defense. I want to see how long it's going to take me killing cows. You know, to get to level 40. Because that's all I really want right now, is I want to get to defense level 40. How's everybody doing out there today? I'm on my second pot of coffee too. This is the first time that I'm smoking a cigar because I was like, I don't want to light up a cigar and then have work happen and then have to like, I'll smoke through a whole cigar and then be like, well, I want to smoke a cigar for stream and then come back and like have to light up a second one because that's just like, that would be silly. That would have been very silly. So I waited. Which means that this morning was like I smoked the pipe. It's not like I didn't smoke. It's not like I like totally screwed my day up, but it was a silly thing. But it's fine. We're good now. We're good. I'm here. I'm killing cows. I'm taking names. And I'm just kind of doing my morning chill stuff. Normally I would be doing a little bit more work while I do work. But with all the things that have already happened today, I'm just like, I need a hot minute to take a step away. Like if I was working in office today, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm not going in. I'm out. Y'all know how that goes? Man, and it sucks because I woke up at like 7:30 today. It was like 7:15, and I was so ready for the day. I was like hype, and then I went to the bathroom and I tried to flush the toilet and it just wasn't going, and I was like, what the fuck? So the first thing I did was turn off all of the upcoming alarms because my first alarm wasn't going off for another 15-20 minutes. So I turned off all my alarms, so while I was troubleshooting, it didn't like drive me up the wall. And then I really need to get a better mic set up. And then I worked on trying to like fix the toilet for a solid 20 minutes. I also went out. I went out and turned on the coffee. Turn on the kettle to warm up the water for the coffee. And yeah, I worked on fixing it, and it just didn't. And I was just like, well, I'm up. I guess we will go and get to work. So 7:59 I started work today. And like got on the line with one of my coworkers to figure out a thing, and found out that like our contractor is just being a pain. And then it's weird that it told me that the ad was about to start over a minute into the thing that was like, your ad's about to start. So I'm like, am I lagging somewhere? But anyway, so yeah, I got on the phone with my coworker, and they were like, well, I'm gonna call that, like, your attempts to get any info from this person haven't gone anywhere. Let me try and see what's up. So they called and got rejected. Jake Pawson, how's it going? You are a better friend right now. Right now. I mean, right this second, you are definitely the better friend. How are you doing today, my friend? How's your day going? I was just telling the story of how my morning went, which has not been super fun. It's not like the world's not on fire. I have a job. I have a house. I have food. I have all of the things. I have lovely friends like you. I get that. That's how I am right now. I have a feeling I'm going to have a visitor in just a moment because my dog is looking at the glass sliding door expectantly. How did your 11 o'clock meeting go, my friend? And then I'm happy to get back to my venting about the day. Also, I don't know what day Ollie is working from home today, or this week. I don't know if he's like a Friday guy or what. I get that. I definitely get that. I woke up to a non-flushing toilet. Saying broken is a stretch. It's just not flushing. And thank God it's not like with the main water line. It's not backing up, and it's just not working. Dealt with that for. It is a shitty situation. Luckily, it wasn't a shitty situation, but it is a shitty situation. And then I'm trying to deal with a contractor for work, and they're not getting their work done for me. And they're also not responding to my outreach or contact. My coworker reached out to them, and they gave a like soon, like I'll get back to you in 20 minutes is what they said. And oh, like trust me, I am not happy about our work with this contractor. Nobody, I don't think, is. But so they were. Well, I don't work with wine. Pesto boy. I still enjoy calling him Pesto boy. I work with alcohol, like the hard stuff. I am. That's why Ollie likes me so much. We all know how much he's on the grape. And where is the dog going? I'm over people needing me, you know? And nobody needs me right now, but like the dog just ran off. And I'm like, what the hell is that dog doing? Um, anyway. So yeah, not responding to my emails, opening them, not responding. And so then my coworker called them and they were like, they rejected the call and then texted and was like, I'll call you in 20. So I texted my coworker like 30 minutes later and I was like, they call you yet? And they were like, nope. Eventually they did get in touch and their excuse was that they are very busy right now. Like, why? But you should be busy with our shit too. Like, and this is now day 3 of me trying to get this information from you. It's just been a clusterfuck. And like, I can't do most of the things that I need to do with my job until that all, like, we get the information that I need. So I wanted to be here 2 hours ago, and alas, we just started. I especially wanted to be done because my wife is doing birthday pictures for our child, and she was like, I want to use your lights. You need the dimmer switches? You need the dims? Do you need me to, like, diminish your shine? Hello, Loopy. How are you today? You are... You're not as good as you think you are. That's not true. You're probably way better than you think you are, if I'm honest. You creative types. Always sitting there and thinking poorly about yourself. But no, I do know that I need to do that. If there's one thing that saved me, it's my delusions of grandeur. Same. No, I actually I have my tape measure right next to me. Good old Stanley Power Lock, classic. And I do need to get those measurements for you. The hurdle to that is that I know I have to write them down, which is another step in the mental process. I feel bad for these cows. They are immaculately conceived, spend 15 seconds eating grass, and are brutally murdered by a random person with a sword. You're not wrong. They don't seem too mad about it, though, if I'm honest. Like, watch how he dies. She dies, I guess. He dies. I don't know if these are bulls or cows. I mean, cows. Fuck off. So, they just kind of fall over. I think it's what they know they're meant for. But yes, so I need to write down the measurements because clearly that was a failure point the last time. And that's not that's not a jab, it's just a fact. So because I need to write them down, now it's like, okay, well, that's an extra step that I have to do, and now it becomes like a thing. And I have to like get over that. Talking to my wife about, like, even we have insurance, which I did not know in the first place, because we are renting this home from my parents. Hey, there's a bunch of raw beef on the ground from all those cows you killed. Are you gonna pick it up? No, I only have 28 inventory slots, and like I should be picking up the bones at the very least to level up my prayer skill, but that makes this take so much longer. No, I don't. I don't want to kill the calf. Don't kill the baby cows. Um. So no, I'm just killing cows because all I care about right now is getting my defense up to level 40. This guy right here, and then right there. I do hunt cows for sport. Yeah, 100%. They teach me how to defend myself. Um, and because once I get to 40, I can put on rune armor, and then I'll do attack to level 40. This one right here. There it is. Um, so that I am not gonna like get fucked up if I go and do other things around the world. Um, I just told my wife that if this was The Sims, I would just delete the toilet and buy a new one rather than deal with this problem anymore. Who, Jake? Who do you think hunts cows for sport? Oh, no, I got nothing. It's a weird thing to do. I don't know why you're here. This is a strange behavior. And you're just watching it. Who's the real weird one? Oh my god, how did I hit 0 on a fucking cow? It is a different kind of joke than the puns you normally do. Like your jokes and puns are great across the board. It's fine. I'm fine with them. Um, it did make me laugh though that, and I still like I think back on it, and it makes me chuckle every time I think about it. The fact that I was like Dokapon Kingdom, and you were like, yeah, see, like Dokupon's great, and I was like Fortune Street, and you're like, yeah, Fortune Street, and I was like, oh, I know what you watch. We are of a kind. It's fine. Back when I actually hung out with my best friend and we saw each other, um, I would often put on Chugga's Let's Plays, like, because I would watch his Let's Play every day. So I'd like throw it on and I'd watch it while we were hanging out. And he absolutely despises Chugga's voice. Uh, just wherever Chugga says, yes, 100%. John is not. I haven't watched Runaway Guys in a hot minute. Because I don't always love. Like, there's only so many times I can watch them play Wheel of Fortune, etc. I should check to see if they've done a Fortune Street in recent memory. Um, but yeah, my best friend, absolutely cannot stand Chugga's voice, which, like, I kind of understand. I get that his voice could come off as grating, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as my buddy thinks he does. Yeah, same. I fell off of TRG a lot earlier than I fell off of Chugga. I'm still watching Chugga's videos. He just did Twilight Princess, and they were really, really good. Um, and I was really stoked that he did a replay and like a refresh of Earthbound a couple years ago. Thank you for the loop. Loop. Thank you for the loop, Lurky. Please make another account just called Lurky Picklehead. Damn it. That was my cow. Bastard. Thank you, Jake. The exclamation point SO command won't even work here because I don't have a bot that does the shortened command. I should. I don't. I really need to work on that. There's a handful of shit that I need. I need to start doing, I need to, like, actually make my Discord work. It exists. There's just no rules. There's no channels. Like, I created it, and that was it. SO command won't even work here because I don't have a bot that does the shortened commands. I should work on that. Is that because I said I should twice, or did you just screw up? That's what I want to know. Listen. Which clearly you do. Good on you. Points for Jake. Oh, man. So what's on the rest of your day schedule, Jake? Because, like, after I'm done streaming, I'm going to have to get some of this shit figured out with work. Not looking forward to it. I wanted to handle it yesterday. Oh, nice. You got like a big break. I don't even know what you do. If you're willing to share, I'm willing to listen. I really wanted to get the shit that I need to do done yesterday. Because Friday is not made for working. You know? Ooh, look at you. You know all the stats on horse racing, I assume? And I also assume that working in competitive sports as a data nerd just means that you are really good at gambling. Yep, that's the one. I'm a professional Uma Musume player. Is that how you actually say it? I've never heard it because I've never watched a stream of it, so I don't know how people say that. But I assume that was correct. I also got to watch One Piece. The next batch of dubbed One Piece came out. There you go. Well, I clearly am. That's the test. If you can't pronounce that word, you're clearly an American. Umamusume? 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 It's one of those. It's one of those. They put the accents on the ma and may. Umamusume. Babakadabat. Krakaka. Something like that. Man, do you watch One Piece? Does anybody here watch One Piece? I'm excited to see where it goes, but since I've caught up, it gets frustrating watching in 10 episode chunks when I was able to watch in 100 episode chunks for a long time. Also, welcome Deathosh. Hello, how are you? What do you watch if not anime? Anime is all there is. Deathosh, get on catching up with One Piece. It's dubbed almost all the way to the end. I also don't typically watch anime myself. Mostly just because like it's such a pain in the ass to watch that in my later years in life I have gotten to the point where I'm just like it's just such a pain in the ass to track it all down. So I don't. I can take that inventory down. Also, how do we like where my face is here? Because since I've got the Runelight client going, it's got these extra stat things over here. So I changed how this like was laid out, and it shows you what I'm doing up here. And I didn't like that being hidden behind my face, so I instead put myself down here on the chat, which I'm like, that feels like... Chat feels kind of unnecessary in this game right now. Thank you. I typically like it on my head. Same joke, it's fine. Once we get to wearing some rune gear, I can actually go and start doing quests, because I've got all of these quests to do. Oh, I can open the fucking adventure path, but I can't open the skills menu? It's fine. But yeah, Deathosh, you gotta get on that shit. It's a fantastic show. The only reason I did Cook's Assistant is so that I could cook down here. Because I couldn't cook at the range in the castle. But like, I got all these free quests to do, and I can level up some free skills, and then once we do that, then we can get the membership. What guy who doesn't stream? What would elevate it? So that one exists. And so like you see the border that's around the screen. I'm doing the thing. But yeah, if you look like around the screen, right? There's my mouse. Trying to do things on there, and I was like, wait, I'm not seeing it because it's not in real time, you douchebag. I have the same style. It's the border from Earthbound, the border that goes around all of the windows and the panes and everything in Earthbound. But since I've been moving things around, I have not added that overlay. But it's a very good call out. Thank you. When I shifted this to full screen, it just like full screened the window, and it looked so rough. So before you got here, shrunk it down to fit inside the border. That's about all I had today. What are you watching? Like what is anime right now? I don't even know. Because even when I do go watch an anime, it's an old anime. So obviously One Piece is still airing, but like it's a 20-year-old anime. I'm also, when I get around to it, still watching through Haikyuu because it's fantastic. But that's a decades old anime. Hunter x Hunter, old anime. I don't watch new things. New things scare me. My YouTube shorts have all become K-pop after I got into K-pop Demon Hunters. I YouTube is a cesspit for children's content, so I'm very particular about what the 4-year-old watches, and so she watches only through my YouTube channel or like my account, right? Um, so that I can see what she's watching and make sure that like it's all kosher, like whatever, right? Um, and the other day she found a YouTube channel that she liked, so she subscribed to it, or mom subscribed to it, one of the two, and then they mass uploaded, and my subscription feed was useless, and I was like, nope, nope, I unsubscribed from that channel. It's like not letting that happen. So all of mine are currently about law and food. All of my YouTube shorts, the algorithm feeds me shorts about food and about lawyers. Don to Don, which, okay, my dress up darling, Gachia Kuta, Grand Blue, all bangers. I don't know, like, anime names are already, can be obtuse as to what they refer to and what the show is. I have no idea what any of those are about based on the names. But I'm glad that you're enjoying them. What are these? Okay, 15 wood cutting and fire making. Great. Chopping. Oh, have I not burned oak logs? I thought I had. Interesting. Those are... I don't even know what these achievement diary things are, because, like, I knocked a few out, but it doesn't say that there's any done. Gotcha Kuta? Is it actually? Or was it just that bad? That's the question I have. It's like in Goblin's stream last night. He was playing Dredge, which looks fantastic. And he met a new character that was like whiling away their time sitting on the dock. So I put in chat, like I just typed out, sitting on the dock of the bay. And he totally butchered the song. And I was like, 10 out of 10, no notes. So I don't know if that's what's happening here or not. Good to know that that is the pronunciation, and I didn't butcher it. I did a decent job. Dan Da Dan is like paranormal stuff. It's fantastic. Dress Up Darling is a cosplaying romance show. Gachia Kuta is this season's shonen. Okay, what flavor of shonen is it? Because shonen is what I have the most experience with. Grand Blue is a really good comedy. Grand Blue I couldn't watch because of the, like, I would always be relating it to the All Blue. I almost casually doxed myself. That was fun. It was coming out. Like, I felt the words on the back of my tongue, and I was able to stop it before it got to the tip of my tongue. I've also gotten into Mini Minuteman. Milo Rossi, I think is his name. He does some video essays on like archaeology and shit. So his have started coming up. One of the shorts creators that I really like is Fork the People, and he does a lot of. He got started by the thing I encountered him with the first time was doing YouTube shorts, creating and ranking famous chefs, either Michelin star or celebrity, their signature dishes. There's very, very good content. But I consume them a lot faster than he can put them out, so I haven't seen anything in a while. Well, that doesn't help me. Do they have magic powers? Like, is it strictly punches? Hajime no Ippo. If you haven't watched Hajime no Ippo, watch it. It's fantastic. But like, is it magic assisted punching? Is it like non magic assisted punching? What are we talking here? These seem very interesting to me conceptually, but I don't know. Oh, God, I hate that I can't look at shit while in combat. Is that a setting I can change? Player attack options. I don't know what that means. Let's look at all setting. Oh my god. Run, accept aid, bonds, house options. That's not something that I need right now. That's a members thing. No. Guess it's magic. They get powers from taking care of inanimate object to where it like gains a soul or something like that. Interesting. Okay. Nah, like that seems very interesting to me. Conceptually, like that's a good new concept. What are we looking at here? Snow overlays. Block, okay. Collection log. Okay, that's actually, I kind of like that idea, but... Quest list sorting is classic. Shows normal, shows normal. Yeah, there's no option to let me do a thing. Middle mouse, yep. Peacock skull prevention. Move follower options lower down. Shift click to drop items. Compact boss health overlay. Max hit splats. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't... Frustrating. It's fine. God, leveling is so much slower now because I need so much more experience. I mean, this number also tanked because I just spent 10 minutes looking at fucking settings, which I'm sure was riveting. You're welcome. I'm interested to know if in Gacha Kuta it's like, can you specifically pick a thing? Like you decide to take care of a book, or so it gives you like reading shonen powers, and you could like have a lamp, a genie's lamp made, a la Aladdin, and then take care of that, and then you get genie powers? Or is it like, no, no, no? There's one guy that makes statues in Japan, and you could go and get one of these small statuettes, and then you take care of that Like I'm envisioning like a stone Daruma doll, right? And you go and you take care of that stone Daruma doll, and that then allows you, those specific stone Daruma doll guys are what give you the ability to do things. You know? Which side of that? Like, can I pick any item? Can I invest in my lighter and then it gives me fire powers? Can you do more than one, or is it just one connection? What else was I was gonna, like, I had a thought and then it went away. Oh, I still need to finish my book too. The newest Cosmere book came out, and the audiobook came out July 1st, and then it came out on Audible on July 7th, July 10th. But I started my job on July 7th. That's what it was. And I still haven't finished it. And it was a relatively short one, too. But I've just been so drawn in different directions that I have not been listening to it. And I only have about an hour and a half left. I should really just down it in one sitting. One of the characters has a stick, another has an umbrella. The main character uses gloves. I think they've had those items for a good portion of their life. I don't know how long it's been, but pretty much whatever. There's only like 4 episodes out. Got it. So what you're saying is that I could start now and catch up today. I'm not going to, but I could. I wish anime streaming was better. If anime streaming was better, I would watch more anime. But the whole Funimation, Crunchyroll bullshit destroyed catalogs even more. Like, there's nowhere to stream Haikyuu right now because in English, because the dubs rights are locked for X amount more years for one specific company. It's just a pain in the ass. Anime feels like the one that should be really like unified and solid, and it's not. It's the worst. And like, Addie has been into My Little Pony, and only like the first 4 seasons of My Little Pony are on Netflix. And there's 9 seasons, I think. So, like, there's just no other option past season 4. And then with digital licensing, you can't even buy something digitally because you only license it. And if they decide to revoke that license, it's gone forever. But physical is so inconvenient. It's nice not having the competition out here today. What do you need, Niles? Bruh, can't you see I'm being mauled by a cow? It's an axe, because thank you. I mean, probably. feel like Vox has everything. YouTube has all of My Little Pony, though. Conveniently collated into one single playlist, so you could just press go and it goes, which is nice. It's just stupid that you can't do it through the appropriate channels, you know? Fuck. I'm also bummed that I didn't finish that with her because we were watching it together. And we're on season like 8 of 9 or something like that. And I think she's gone through and like kept going. But she's also in her comfort show phase, so she's like rewatching episodes and stuff like that. And I'll get snippets of like things that are further ahead, and I'm like, these are huge spoilers. Like, what? How is that character now this? I remember at the time, because I did not watch it as it was releasing, but Vox and Windfall did, so I heard everything from them, and I think Aurora might have been watching it too. And I remember the outrage about season 3 to 4, like the big change that happened there, because I'm apparently cautious about giving you My Little Pony spoilers that came out in 2010. But I remember all of the outrage related to the big reveal that happened at the end of season 3 or the beginning of season 4 or the end of season 4, whatever it was. And I'm shocked that the show went on for 5 or 6 more seasons after that. Not that it got bad at that point, just it's crazy that that outrage happened so early in the show. Are you going to watch it? You should. It's actually a very good show. I've been recommending it to people, specifically the librarians, because I liken it to Avatar, where, like, Avatar is a children's show that's a serious show. Like, it gives you full story arcs and character development and all of these things. And if you watch through My Little Pony, or you have your kids watch through My Little Pony specifically, it went a long way for my child to learn plot structure and like how to tell a story and A plots, B plots, C plots, and how they all kind of connect and how kind of things weave together and how a character is going to grow over their arc, all of those things. So I've been recommending it to the librarians in the kids section for like, hey, if you want to get the kids into, like, get them a little bit more familiar with how plot structure works. And no, the outrage was everybody at the time. It absolutely divided the fandom from what I remember. The big thing that happened in that range, people were very upset. Now, all of my info kind of was filtered through the lens of the 3 of them, but I remember seeing like Reddit posts that would creep up to, the front page and being about that topic. The nephew's been obsessed with Avatar and it makes you so happy. That's awesome. That's huge. Such a fantastic show. How old is nephew now? Is he like 10? I should know. I see your sister all the time. Well, I haven't seen her that much recently, but I see her like physically in person more frequently than I interact with you or Vox. Just turned 8. Gotcha. I was gonna say, I remember seeing something about like a recent anniversary of birth. That's dope. Oh, fuck. Big stretch. Addie was getting into Avatar for a while, but then we lost access to Netflix. So she stopped. We're trying to get her off of her connection to TV anyway. I forgot Orange Bleat wants me to get an axe to go around with. Because accidental. But it's not worth investing in until I get to level 40. It might actually be worth investing in. Can I check the Grand Exchange from here? World Switcher. Grand Exchange. Search. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mother. Let's search Battle Axe. $2,400. Man, and that's one of my problems is that she's very advanced, right? Um, I might get this once. Oh, interesting. Pops that up there. Oh, interesting. It's like right at the high alch price. So like what you get, eventually you can learn alchemy to convert stuff into gold. Um, Interesting. Um, but yeah, my kid's super fucking smart, and like she advances very quickly. She grasps topics very quickly and becomes like very acquainted with the material, right? Whether it's reading, whether it's math, whether it's whatever. She's doing multiplication on her own at this point. Um, and the problem that runs into is that she advances past a point where some of these shows are kind of relevant for her. Um, so like she'll still go back and want to watch. One we broke her of, thank God, was Peppa Pig, and she like blitzed past needing Peppa Pig in her life, and it became more detrimental to her than anything else. And so she was still like connected to it and wanting to watch it and sucked into it, but it was giving her bad habits and making her kind of a little asshole. Because Peppa's like she's just an asshole. I do not care for Peppa Pig, and then she gets stuck in these loops and she goes past things super quick, but she's not ready to be interested in something else because she's still stuck in the old thing. That's why My Little Pony is such a great show for her, because it's advanced enough and it's using real vocabulary and shit like that, but it's still grasped her attention. Avatar, I feel like she could be very into if she stuck with it. But she fell off of it pretty quick. So we'll see. once we get Netflix back, if we get Netflix back. Because, god damn, I hate streaming services. Deathosh, remind me I have to, after I'm done with stream, and like, you don't have to remind me. Remind me I need to go on my other RuneScape account that has money and things, and buy myself an adamant battle axe. No, mithril battle axe, because Ozzy, I don't love media anymore. That's not true. I do still love media. I hate cable. I hate distributed monopolies. How about that? It's fucking ridiculous. How are you? How was your day? You working nights again still? Is that why you're able to be here during the day? Which I appreciate you coming and being here. Very much so. Oh, okay. And you're 1 o'clock. So you're going in what? 3 o'clock? Be in the office in 40. Look at you. Are you enjoying work? Generally? Don't they ride you about putting in too many hours? Aren't you supposed to like backpedal off that? Work less. Be here more. Work less, be here more. RuneScape's good. RuneScape's good. Work is stupid. Today has been dumb. And that's what I'm texting my wife about. She's been... Thanks. Dealing with trying to get plumbers and insurance and etc. It's just... Today's been dumb. Yeah, so my name is Accidental. You can't see it there. You can see it up here. Accidental. And Orange Bleat was like, how are you not using an axe? And I was like, well, I don't have one. And it, like, that's... It, I don't know if an axe would be great for me right now, but, like, I should for the branding, right? And right now I'm trying to get up to level 40 on defense. Work is great. I have no real complaints about work as far as the job is concerned. Dealing with a contractor that's not doing their job, and it's frustrating because I can't do a bunch of the shit that I have to do until the contractor gets their shit done. And I've literally been waiting on it since Wednesday. Once I start actually getting into bosses, great. With these cows, not so much. First of all, because I miss a lot. So I don't want to have to like repeat myself when I'm getting down to the last hit and then I miss over and over again. but also like that feels like it's got to have some gravitas to it, you know. Um, but yeah, so like work is just dumb on dealing with people that I have no control over. Um, I would appreciate clips because I need more. Um, because now, fucking Chicano and or was it? It's not Chicano. It was Jake. It was Jake and Ollie took some clips of me that have been making their rounds, and they seem to be the only things being pulled up when I raid into places. So some that don't make me sound horrible would be fantastic. Chicano had me do. Chicano looked at me the other day and was like, "Hey, do you have like a headshot or something?" I don't remember exactly what he asked, and I was like, "Why don't you just take a screen cap of the like you see my face right here?" He's like, "It's too small," so I went and face cam and like gave him angles, and he clipped it, and I'm like, "Okay, well did you get that? Did you download it? Because like I don't really want a shout out clip to just be me staring at the camera and turning my head." But I haven't asked him, so I don't know if he has it and it's deletable or if I need to leave that there for him. But I am just waiting for rating out to somebody and it's just me staring at the camera, turning my head, staring at the camera, turning my head, and going, there you go. So we'll see. We'll see what happens today. Because I will rate out at some point. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hey Chicana, how you doing? You just want that clip to exist. Perfect. Perfect. It'll stay. Oh, but with all the bullshit this morning, between my bullshit, my wife's bullshit, and uh not like her causing bullshit, like her dealing with everything. She was like, please find a babysitter so that we can go out tonight. So now I have to text my little sister. I was just reminded of the fact that I am frustrated with a contractor. Because like, oh, I gotta get this done. I can't get that done until contractor does contractor job. That's the second beginner clue scroll that I missed. It's an email, so I don't care because that's a personal email. It's getting hot again. I'm done with summer. I'm ready for winter. Good morning, my friend. How are you? How's your day going? Are you just getting up? Or you been up for a while and now you're like settling into the day? How's Chicano's life? Right, dude? I'm I'm over it. And I'm still, despite like now that I have a job, I haven't gotten out of the like um I need to hold on to every dollar that I can while still staying sane. So I can't spend anything unless it's going to be productive for me. So like I want to get a window AC unit, but I'm like, am I willing to spend $300-400 on a window AC unit? And then if I do that, if I spend money on a window AC unit, I have to also spend money on a nice extension cord, like a high quality extension cord, because I can't plug the window AC unit into where it would go because that's where all of my streaming stuff is plugged into, and that side of the room is prone to tripping the breaker already, so I can't hook my stuff up over there. So it's got to stay on that side, which is where the window is that can handle the AC unit. So I've got to run it into the garage, is more than likely where it would have to go. And if I'm going to run it that far, I need a really good extension cord. Otherwise, because it's going to draw a shitload of power. And that goes outside and then back inside, so it has to be all weather. It's the whole thing. I was up, but then I sat on the sun, and you know how cats just bask and sleep there? Now I know how that feels. I don't know how you got to the sun, but I'm impressed, and I'd love to hear more. Give a Mouse a Cookie is fucking real, Ozzy. Have we talked about this? I'm going to start doing whiskey tastings, right? Streaming whiskey tasting. But if I'm going to do that, I need to get microphones, right? I need to get 4 lav mics. And if I get 4 lav mics, well, I can't just put 4 lav mics into the computer, so I need to put them into a mixer. Well, if I am getting a mixer, I have nowhere to put a mixer right now, because I'm on a tiny desk with 2 monitors, and they're just on their normal desk stands. So I need to build a new desk. Well, in order to build a new desk, I need voxel to be available so that we can draw it out and figure out what it should look like, and kind of design it together and then build it and everything. It's step after step after step. I'm not going to do ASMR whiskey tasting, mostly because I couldn't. It's a whole thing. And I look at getting a window AC unit, and I'm like, ugh, that's a lot of money. When I'm talking about this, and I'm like, okay, I could spend $600 on microphones. That's fine. Because that's going to be productive for me. But yeah, I'm supposed to be... Being able to do this should be a reality fairly soon, I should say. On actually doing the whiskey tastings. So... And there's a whole bunch of ancillary stuff that I'd like to do. Loopy pinged me earlier and was like, give me those dimensions, bro. So I need to get him dimensions for the room so that we can more earnestly design the set. Because eventually there'll be a set. I don't care if there's a set to begin with. We can sit on dining chairs, bring the dining chairs out and sit on those in a panel. I can use this camera for it. Hell yeah. Absolutely. There's a couple Chicago streamer people that I've already messaged and been like, hey, would you be interested? And they're like, yeah, absolutely, let's go. And surprisingly, I knew John would say yes. When I asked, I knew John would be like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. But Matt was a very enthusiastic yes, and Danny was a yes as well, which I was most surprised about. Because I didn't think that he would want to be on camera. But he was like, yeah, let's go. Like, okay, great. But yeah, the ancillary stuff that goes with that is a more robust stream bot to be able to Dope. Gracias. Streambot, so that you can do like exclamation point whiskey, right? Or exclamation point whiskey 1, whiskey 2, whiskey 3, whatever. Because I imagine in my head the thought is that we would go through, 2 to 4 whiskeys in a night and taste them so that we can kind of see the differences. Because this is functionally for me first, and I want to know what like a high corn whiskey tastes like, and what, all the different things, right? And that way we can like taste and compare. Eventually we would also do wine. Because I still want to get my Somm. I want to get my Somm and my Master of Wine, to be honest. Getting the Discord fleshed out so that you can be in the whiskey tasting Discord. And, these are strictly for illustrative purposes, but we can go in and be like, hey, this Friday, Axe and Friends are tasting Crown Royal and Maker's Mark and Lafroig and fucking this fourth one. So if you want to join along with us, you can go get one or all of those bottles to taste yourself at home, to kind of like bring people along in the journey and have them be able to participate. Oh my god, so many messages. And then, like, just generally, I should be having a Discord to tell people, like, hey, I'm going to stream today, and interact, because I have a really funny picture of a company's name that I wanted to share with people, but like I have nowhere to share it because I'm not going to like share self-promotion kind of joke on somebody else's thing. We should have a plumber here between 1 and 4. Defense up. I really want to get to 40 because I don't want to waste the money on some adamantite gear that I'm just going to replace in a few minutes. Like, you know? Oh, my coffee's gone. Womp. I'm starting to get hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. I haven't eaten in 5 hours today. When was the last time I ate last night? $20, I think, now. It's fine. Let's go random on the music. Just mix it up a little bit because that was getting a little old. Music in RuneScape is fantastic, but I love that I get Google fed like ads for news articles from Food and Wine, and it's about Taco Bell. Yep, Food and Wine, Taco Bell. That makes sense. Is this going to shift from organ music too? Sounds like it. This is the kind of high octane music I need to kill cows. Does this just mean I haven't heard it yet? Can I like force... Can I just like change until I get all of them? You know? I don't know how that works. Ow. I think I just burned myself. Okay, it doesn't seem like clicking random again force changes it. So I have to go to manual and then random again. I think I'm about ready to raid out for the day. Because it's now getting hot. And these lights are not helping. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done for the day. So let's go find a friend. Who do we know that is streaming right now? We go over to Dev. We're gonna go raid Sammy. I never get to raid Sammy, so we're gonna go raid Sammy. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Today has been kind of a dumb day, and you guys have helped make it a lot better, so thank you. You are all wonderful, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. I will see some of you later in Ollie's stream. I might stream tonight, post 7 p.m. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we are going to go and see our friend Sammy. Go over, say hello. She is playing Zelda, Twilight Princess. No, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. Much different generation. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for helping make the day a little bit better for me. You guys are fantastic. Ozzy, have a great day at work. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.